Okay, for negative temporary supply shock, we first must determine what is a negative temporary supply shock. A negative temporary supply shock is a sudden, unexpected event that reduces the supply of goods/services and it increases costs of production. So, a negative temporary supply shock, such as a sudden increase in input costs or a natural disaster, for example, causes a leftward shift in the aggregate supply curve, resulting to higher prices, lower output, and potential stagflation in the short run. So for this graph, for example, the red line, this short run aggregate supply. So in here it says long run effects of the increase in the price of oil. Now, if the price of oil increased, for example, the supply curve, the red one, would shift to the left. It would make the price more expensive, and there will also be less people wanting to buy it because the demand would be lower as well. Now for B, long run, we added a short run aggregate supply to curve and label from part A, which is here, and then we must illustrate what happens in the long run and label new long run equilibrium. So in the long run, an economy's potential output is determined by factors like capital, labor, and technology, not price level, and that's why a long run aggregate supply, LRAS, is always vertical. Price has no effect on it. So for here, even though if there's an increase in the price of oil, the long run aggregate supply would be vertical and the equilibrium would be right here in the middle. It's very important to remember that long run aggregate supply always corrects itself and becomes vertical, while short run aggregate supply can shift to the left.